Manchester United finally got the striker target they wanted over the line. OMG. At last, finally, this deal that has taken weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks is finally been concluded. Hey guys, good evening. Welcome back to the channel, United Red Devils 20 on YouTube. Hope you're all having a great weekend. Hope you're all having an amazing Saturday evening. And I hope you're all looking forward to the rest of this brand new weekend in July 2023 this year. First of all, do me a massive favour for me. Hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. That is United Red Devils 20 on YouTube. Please subscribe to the channel and to the community if you are new. Share the video, hit the tweet button, hit the retweet button. And remember to always put that notification bell on at all times to receive dedicated content right throughout the rest of 2023 on United Red Devils 20 on YouTube for more Fortnite, Hogwarts Legacy, Kingdom Hearts 4, FIFA 23, EA Sports FC, and much more brand new stuff planned for the rest of 2023 on this channel. We have major breaking transfer news on this glorious, beautiful Saturday evening in July. Major breaking transfer news. Here we go. Rasmus Højlund to Manchester United. Here we go. Manchester United have finally secured the services of Rasmus Højlund. Here we go. Official from Fabrizio Romano and David Ornstein on Twitter. Manchester United at last have finally got the number one key priority target for the striking position at Manchester United, and a new name that is going to be gracing Old Trafford next season. Up front, down the middle, is going to be Rasmus Højlund of Atalanta. The official here we go has been given today on this Saturday evening. This is the reaction to that announcement from Manchester United, from Fabrizio Romano and David Ornstein on Twitter. And at long last, we have got this done. Atalanta have got a very big fee out of this deal. The fee Manchester United have paid is huge. A lot more than what was anticipated Manchester United were going to do in the first place. The fee we are giving to Atalanta is absolutely huge. The transfer fee we are paying to sign Rasmus Højlund is a monumental transfer fee for a striker at his very young age, with 9 goals in his last 14 appearances for Atalanta in Serie A. It is a big fee, and Man United have finally got this deal done. Here we go. And at last, the Rasmus Højlund priority has been accomplished by Manchester United on this Saturday evening. And I think about time too. This deal has taken nearly 6 bloody weeks to conclude. 6 weeks it has taken Manchester United to get a striker through the door at Manchester United for this season coming. Obviously now the deal has got the here we go. I don't expect Rasmus Højlund to really go on the rest of Manchester United's pre-season tour in America. I expect Rasmus Højlund now to stay in the UK because he was with the Atalanta squad today for their pre-season friendly away to AFC Bournemouth of the Premier League in England this afternoon down on the south coast. Rasmus Højlund was on the bench, didn't get any game time for Atalanta because Atalanta and Manchester United both wanted to get this deal concluded today. And about time it has been done. It's been sealed. It is absolutely done and dusted. Rasmus Højlund will become Manchester United's 3rd signing of the summer after Mason Mount and Andre Onana. Rasmus Højlund is going to be a Manchester United player, a huge world-class number 9 talent that is going to be bigger than what the signing of Erling Haaland was at Manchester City. This Rasmus Højlund is 6'3". He is taller than me. Goals galore last season for Atalanta in Serie A. Obviously, the difference in quality between the Premier League and Serie A is huge. It is absolutely monumental, the difference between both leagues in European football. Premier League is a lot quicker, a lot faster, and in Serie A, the football and the style and the tempo of the play is a lot slower build-up, and the defences are easier to breach than what it is in the Premier League. So we are going to go through the statement that Romano tweeted over 40 minutes ago. I was eating my tea because, I had a nice takeaway tonight. It's a nice weekend, glorious weather, and I thought I would treat myself. So Fabrizio Romano tweeted 40 minutes ago, Rasmus Højlund to Manchester United. Here we go. Agreement has been reached right now with Atalanta. The package will be 70 million euros with add-ons. Clubs are preparing the document in the next 24 hours. Rasmus Højlund has agreed a 5-year deal 10 days ago as he only wanted Manchester United. And then at half an hour after Fabrizio tweeted more information regarding the move for Rasmus Højlund to Manchester United, Manchester United are prepared to book medical for Rasmus Højlund after the agreement sealed with Atalanta. Højlund will sign a contract valid until June 2028 with an option of a further year. Clubs will exchange documents in the next 24 to 48 hours with a tick, here we go. And we can also get David Ornstein's tweet as well regarding this transfer for Rasmus Højlund. We are going to find it right now on Twitter. And it's a huge, huge amount of money that we are paying for Rasmus Højlund. I mean, this is the eye-watering deal Manchester United has sealed. Manchester United, as a whole, have paid a big amount of money for Rasmus Højlund. This is a huge transfer fee. A transfer fee that I didn't expect Manchester United to go beyond 60 million euros. But Atalanta were very clear. They wanted a 70 million euro package with add-ons to get this deal done for Rasmus Højlund. And it is a lot of money. I think this is a huge deal. This is going to be a lot of pressure on this young striker's shoulders now because of the transfer fee Manchester United have paid. It is a huge amount of money. And David Ornstein has tweeted, Manchester United will pay Atalanta 75 million euros plus a 10 million euros in add-ons for Rasmus Højlund. 20-year-old Denmark striker has agreed a 5 + 1 year contract. Still needs to be finalised. Atalanta apparently was seeking a 90 million euro package, but Man United secured a package worth 85 million euros to get Rasmus Højlund out of Atalanta. This is huge. It is absolutely a huge, huge deal for Manchester United to be spending. And we've equivalented it back into pounds. 85 million euros is 73 million pounds for Rasmus Højlund, and he's only 20. 85 million euros, 73 million pounds on a striker who's only 20. That is a huge, huge transfer fee. That is beyond what I thought Manchester United were going to pay. I'm not going to criticise it, but that is a lot of money Manchester United have chucked on Rasmus Højlund. Obviously, I'm delighted we've got him because I really, really wanted him over Harry Kane, over Osimhen, and I think Rasmus Højlund was the only key target Man United could honestly go and get because Tottenham and Napoli, no disrespect to both clubs, their fans, their supporters, their players, their managers and their coaches, but the fees Napoli and Tottenham were demanding for their players, for Harry Kane and Osimhen at Tottenham and Napoli respectively, absolutely ludicrous. Absolutely huge, huge money for strikers with only 1 year left on both of their contracts respectively. Man United and Simon Stones tweeted, Manchester United have agreed a deal in principle for Atalanta striker Rasmus Højlund, with the fee due to be 64 million plus an additional 8 million in add-ons. That is a big amount of money for a 20-year-old striker who is now going to have the immense pressure of being a Manchester United player. That is a huge amount of money for Manchester United to be spending on a striker, you know, who's only had like 9 goals in his last 14 appearances for Atalanta in Serie A. This is a lot of pressure on Rasmus Højlund to be able to deliver in a Manchester United shirt. This is a lot of money to spend on a striker, knowing there are 3 or 4 key positions that need to be improved after this Rasmus Højlund is officially signed. And we will go live for that once he is holding up the Manchester United shirt to confirm he has signed the club. This is the deal for the here we go between Manchester United and Atalanta of Serie A. I am buzzing we've got this done. This has got huge world-class potential written all over Rasmus Højlund. This is a huge statement of intent for Manchester United. We needed a goal scorer. We needed someone to put the ball in the net. And we need to start being more clinical up front with the amount of chances Manchester United do create in several games, not just in the Premier League, but the Champions League, FA Cup and the Carabao Cup. This is a big opportunity now for Manchester United. You can't go away from this is a lot of money. Where Man United have found 73 million, especially with the financial fair play that Man United have sprung on us ever since the transfer window opened, clearly by spending that big amount of money on a player like Rasmus Højlund at the age of only 20, Man United have basically lied to us all summer. Man United deep down have got the money to spend this summer. And I think Man United now are starting to splash the money that they've got. Rasmus Højlund is coming here with huge potential. He's only 20. And I think, you know, the difference from Manchester United to Atalanta is going to be night and day. I don't believe Man United would have got Rasmus Højlund if we weren't in the Champions League. If Man United were not in the top European competition this season, I do believe we may have been dwelling in the middle basement for strikers. I don't believe Man United would have probably even had the money to even have got Mason Mount, Andre Onana and Rasmus Højlund. But Man United have got this deal done, and it's finally the pressure and the relief from me, the fans and the supporters of this great historical football club. The pressure and the relief is now off because it's like the goal scoring issue has now been solved. And I do believe Man United now have got a goal scorer who is going to hit potential for Manchester United next season on all aspects of the level. And please subscribe if you're new, by the way, and hail to Velks Junton in the chat, also a massive Manchester United fan. Please subscribe in the chat if you are new, my friend. Please subscribe to the channel and to the community. Good evening to you. Hope you're having a good weekend. And thank you for joining us on this really historic day for Manchester United that we have got a striker through the door. I'm absolutely ecstatic. The smile on my face says it all. I mean, I'm ecstatic. I'm buzzing that Rasmus Højlund is going to be a Manchester United player. I mean, the goal scoring problems that we had last season in that team was absolutely problematic from the whole season, when Man United basically down-tooled this January in this transfer window, when basically Erik ten Hag was told, you're not buying any more players, we're only going to get you loan deals, and we can't really deliver anything that you're looking for in January. We can only do loans, especially with the club up for sale. Now, it's funny all of a sudden where Manchester United have found this money. It's interesting because when they've used FFP, as in financial fair play, all summer long, you have to wonder, where have Man United been hiding this money? Because we've been told we've got to watch what we spend, how much we spend in this transfer window, how much we've got left to spend. But it's funny all of a sudden they have found this 73 million to spend on the 20-year-old world-class striker that's going to have the biggest impact in the Premier League ever, in my opinion, just like Erling Haaland did last season for Manchester City. This striker is the problematic striker that is going to solve all the striker issues we had last season, because when we ran out of strikers, when we lost Rashford and Martial to injury and they brought Weghorst in, that was a sign of Man United basically were down tooling and throwing the manager under the bus. And basically, Man United had to get Rasmus Højlund in because they gave up on Harry Kane, they gave up on Victor Osimhen, and they basically said to Ten Hag, which I think this is why the Rasmus Højlund deals happened, we're not going to pay over the odds for Harry Kane. We are not going to pay over the odds for Osimhen. The money isn't there. But I think we have been lied to all summer long. And I think Man United have got an issue of an apology to give out to the fans and the supporters, especially when they've got their favourite blue tick journalists in Simon Stone, Samuel Luckhurst and Laurie Whitwell, and James Ducker, to be fair. All those 4 PR merchants for the Glazers, all with blue ticks, basically said Man United have got to be so careful because of financial fair play. They have to sell to buy. They have to watch what they spend. The summer transfer budget is clearly fucking limited. Well, clearly it's not. The summer transfer budget has not been limited. All that has gone to the wind now. That 73 million, that has gone to the wind. All that money Man United have spent so far, we've spent in excess of nearly, well, they've spent 73 million today on Højlund. They've spent 60 on Mason Mount, so that's 133. And they got Onana for 48. So we're nearly on an excess of 181 million. I think, if my calculations are correct, we've spent 181 million this summer on 3 players alone. And I think there's going to be more to come from Manchester United. And Well in the chat has put, do you feel the Glazers will sell the football club? I haven't got a clue what's going to happen, but clearly, if the Glazers were going to sell, I don't think they would have sanctioned this Rasmus Højlund deal. I don't believe Man United would have ended up paying Atalanta. Basically, I was saying this a few days ago, Man United just need to pay up and cough up the money. They just need to give Atalanta what they want. And clearly, we have caved in, we've not negotiated, and we've given the selling club what they've wanted all summer long. And Atalanta came out and said they wanted a 70 million euro package for Rasmus Højlund. Man United were told, we're not accepting players, we're not exchanging players with you. If you want Rasmus Højlund, it's straight cash up front. And clearly, what Man United have done, they've panicked, they've caved in, they've given to Atalanta's demands, and basically what Man United should have done all summer long was give Atalanta what they wanted altogether. And Man United have caved in because they've got no other striker target to go for. Rasmus Højlund is going to be a world-class striker. He's going to take the Premier League by storm. And at the age of 20, his game and his potential is going to be up here because he's going to have players like Rashford and Bruno Fernandes, Casemiro, Eriksen, Mount, Onana. He's going to have players around him to be able to get deals done and to create chances now for Man United to put the ball into the back of the opposition net. I hope Rasmus Højlund is not going to flop, because if it flops, we've paid £73 million for a striker that can't deliver the goal-scoring problems Manchester United wanted to solve this summer. And if it doesn't work out, and then we want to sell Rasmus Højlund in the future, Man United have then got a striker on their hands they're going to fail to get rid of. Obviously, we welcome him to Manchester United. Open arms. Welcome to Man United. Welcome to Old Trafford. Welcome to the Theatre Dreams. Welcome to the Manchester United family, Rasmus Højlund. I hope this career move works out for you. I honestly hope this career you are going to have at this historic football club is going to be enchanting. It's going to be magical. And especially with Rasmus Højlund being a Manchester United fan, it's made this deal a bit more sweeter because we've got a player here that wants to play for Manchester United, wants to play under Erik Ten Hag, and wants to join his boyhood club he supported as a child. And to have a player like that at Manchester United, it takes guts from a player to get the move he wanted. Has Rasmus Højlund forced Atalanta and Manchester United to get this deal done quickly. I think Højlund and his agents have probably pressed Atalanta to sell him and to sell him to Manchester United. Obviously, when the PSG interest was inherited a few days ago, I think it was Thursday, Man United wanted Atalanta to do a deal with them. As soon as that PSG interest came, Manchester United shat themselves. They basically had the runs. They shat themselves because they were worried they were going to miss out on Rasmus Højlund, and they knew PSG's interest could happen quickly if Man United do not escalate the deal on quicker terms. And Man United have panicked. Of course they have. They have panicked and shat themselves because of PSG. That PSG move has put Manchester United into action stations because of PSG put their interest in, and especially when they had personal terms agreed. PSG could have really had Rasmus Højlund themselves. Rasmus Højlund could have been sat here in a PSG shirt, but he's going to be holding up the red shirt of Manchester United, which makes it even more sweeter for a deal with a player like this who wants to play for the football club and now is going to represent the fans and the supporters of Manchester United. And he's only 20. He's got the world at its feet. And Val was put in the chat again. If Harry Kane stays at Tottenham this season, let's hope we get him on free next season. I'm not ruling anything out now because what I get from this deal, I think Manchester United are planning something special that we've not seen yet. I don't think Rasmus Højlund is going to be the only striker, by the way. I do sorely believe Manchester United are going to get another striker in. I don't think it's just going to be Rasmus Højlund. I still do believe deep down Manchester United want Harry Kane. I think if if Bayern Munich get this deal done for Harry Kane, it would not surprise me in the sweetest, but Manchester United then go back in for Harry Kane and try and get him out of Tottenham. It's going to cost 100 million. I mean, we've got players probably Tottenham would probably take at a push. I mean, we're going to sell Fred. We're going to sell Eric Bailly, Donny van der Beek, Dean Henderson, Harry Maguire, probably Jadon Sancho. Maybe Manchester United go back in for Harry Kane but offer two players up front in Harry Maguire, Jadon Sancho. See if Tottenham want to do business with Manchester United regarding Harry Kane, and they offer Harry Maguire, Jadon Sancho in the deal plus money to get Harry Kane. Because I don't think Rasmus Højlund alone is going to be enough to solve the goal scoring issues. Yes, he'll score goals. Yes, the pressure is going to be immense. And we've actually got more breaking news coming out now of Manchester United that now this Rasmus Højlund deal has been completed by both Atalanta and Manchester United. They now expect Ahmad and Pellistri to both leave on loan this season. I mean, that might be a good move for both Ahmad and Pellistri to go both back out on loan again. But I wouldn't want to be selling Ahmad on loan, and I would sell personally. Now this Rasmus Højlund deal's happened, I expect a lot of things in motion now will happen a lot more quicker. So Man United now know they have to raise funds through player sales. Sorry for that MotoGP biker thinking he's Valentino Rossi outside my window revving his bike like he's a MotoGP driver. And yeah, I'm having a brilliant day. This weekend has been absolutely great. And I apologise for that MotoGP type driver outside my bedroom window revving his bike like he's competing in MotoGP, by the way. How rude is that to be revving your bike when I'm streaming? Absolutely clueless to rev his bike while I'm streaming. Absolutely diabolically unfair and rude. But yeah, I expect a lot of things to happen now. I would personally, now Rasmus Højlund's come in, and once he's signed and holding up the shirt, we'll go live for that as well when Man United officially announced the signing. Pellistri, I would sell. I personally don't think Pellestri's going to have it to cut out what Man United want. And I do believe, as a whole, Manchester United are going to have to make money. The F1 still went ahead, but they only had 11 laps on the sprint race for the Belgian F1 this weekend. So they still had the race, but it was only 11 laps. So, yeah, it was on, but it was kind of pointless in the end. So, yeah, I think Man United are going to have to sell now. They are going to have to start raising some funds. And I don't believe that Rasmus Højlund is going to be a problem to buy more players. Because they had to have 4 laps under the safety car because it was raining badly. And yeah, they only had 11 laps really to compete really. So yeah, I think Pellistri and Ahmad now. I think maybe Pellestri's time's up. I wouldn't send Pellistri out on loan. I think Pellistri would be better off leaving Manchester United, being sold permanently by the club. I don't believe it's going to be a worthwhile deal for Pellistri staying at Manchester United, because the game time now is going to be game time now is going to be limited for both Ahmad and Pellistri. It is going to be absolutely crucial that Man United are going to have to sell now to break even and probably comply with financial fair play. But it was a clear thing yet that Man United have lied all summer about, the financial fair play situation at Manchester United. It was complete lies. It was complete bullshit. And they basically wanted the media, the press, the fans and supporters to basically feel sorry for them. They expected us to get our white flag out. They basically expect us to get our little violins out and play along to their sympathy that they wanted out of us. Man United have got money to spend, and you've spent 181 million. And especially when financial fair play has not been an issue, Man United have spent £73 million on a 20-year-old striker from Denmark, who's also a full-time Denmark international, by the way, and is already scoring goals for his country. So I think Rasmus Højlund has got the potential to take his game up to the world that Erling Haaland is. I think Rasmus Højlund is going to hit breathtaking ground. I think Rasmus Højlund as a whole is going to hit breathtaking potential. I think the goals are going to flow very, very quickly for him at Manchester United. And I do believe, as a whole, that is going to be a major, major success for Manchester United. And I really, really hope it works out for him as a player, as a footballer. I am comparing Rasmus Højlund to Erling Haaland. I've got to, because I think he's got the potential to take his game up to the level of what Erling Haaland's doing for Man City. I think Rasmus Højlund has got the game to be able to adapt to the Premier League very, very quickly. And I think if he starts scoring goals early on, you are going to see a breathtaking world-class striker in the next 5 to 10 years. That Rasmus Højlund is going to be scouted by all the world-class teams. Man United are up there now. Man United have got a world-class striker putting the ball in the back of the net. And Val's put in the chat, Pellistri is a traditional right-footed winger playing on the right wing. I feel Ten Hag prefers a more modern left footer on the right wing who can cut inside and leave space on overlap for the right back. And I think this is why we've got Anthony on the right wing, because I think Ten Hag prefers having a left-footed right winger on the right wing. I think this is why Pellistri just hasn't... Because if you look at Man United's forward options, Anthony Martial's still here. Don't expect him to be here at Man United by the end of August transfer window. You've got Marcus Rashford, Garnacho, Sancho, Anthony. You've got Højlund, Rashford, Martial. You've got Sancho, Garnacho, Ahmad and Pellistri. You've got 7 players for the front 3 positions. Pellistri needs to be sacrificed. I think Man United will sell him. Sancho, I expect Manchester United to sell him. Martial, I expect Manchester United to sell him. And then you're left with basically Rashford, Højlund, Garnacho and Anthony. That is nowhere near enough, all 4 of them, to cover the front 3 positions. Man United will go back in for a second striker. I can assure you that. I think they've got no choice. I think there's another clear striker United can get, and I think that is João Felix from Atletico Madrid. If Man United can sit down with Atletico Madrid and agree a season-long loan deal with an option to buy at the end of the season for João Felix, I think Man United will do it. But they're going to have to be quick, because really, after this week's gone, Man United have got 4 weeks to get in another midfielder. They've got get a centre-back, a backup goalkeeper, a second striker, and a winger. We've still got to do 5 more deals in about 4 weeks. And I think Man United are now panicking. They're hurrying up because they know the fans and the supporters are on them. Because the fans and supporters all summer long have been pissed. We've all been annoyed. We've all been pissed off. We've been annoyed of how we've acted. And comparing Højlund to Haaland, absolutely. 9 goals compared to 51. Højlund's going to take his game up to the next level. And especially knowing he wanted to play under Erik ten Hag. Mason Mount rejected Liverpool and Arsenal, Manchester City and Chelsea to play for Manchester United. Onana rejected Tottenham and Chelsea to come to Manchester United. Højlund rejected PSG to come to Manchester United. So clearly, Erik ten Hag is doing something right to get these players here. And a massive shout out to Wojak RL in the chat, one of our managing moderators, as well as SDT Cody, both managing moderators on the channel. I still don't think as a whole it's been a great transfer window. 3 players is not enough. Rasmus Højlund fits the prolific goal scoring striker we need. And I think he'll score goals pretty early on. I think Rasmus Højlund has got the game to be able to be one of the world's greatest elite world strikers. I think Højlund has got the game and the players around him to be able to step up. I personally just think United have done something special. They've gone for a striker that no one expected them to go for. Even I didn't know who Rasmus Højlund was. I didn't have a clue who Man United striking options were. I didn't even know myself what was going on. But Atalanta have got a big, big fee here. 85 million euros. They've basically gotten what they wanted all summer long. And Man United really could have done this deal weeks after Onana signed. So I don't understand why Man United have taken nearly 6 weeks to get this done, because we are still falling behind massively all our rivals, even though we've got Rasmus Højlund in. There is still so much going on that needs to be done in the next few weeks. Yeah, I have watched Atalanta. I've watched a few Atalanta Serie A games, and I've seen the impact of Rasmus Højlund. I've seen some of the goals he scored, and it's like, this is what we've been missing. And Rasmus Højlund, I think, will give his all in a Man United shirt. He ain't going to give up. He's going to keep doing what he did at Atalanta at Manchester United. And, you know, if the goals don't happen quickly, he needs to adapt. We can't put too much pressure on him already, even though the pressure will be on him theoretically, because he's playing for a club at Man United, and he knows that the pressure of being a Man United player is full throttle. He knows that at the end of the day, Man United is a big, big step up from what it was at Atalanta. The game's going to be different. The style of play is going to be different. Everything's going to be different from Serie A to the Premier League. Rasmus Højlund will take time to adapt. We've got to give him time, but I think, in my opinion, that if he doesn't hit the ground running, there will be concern amongst the fans and supporters, and maybe even Erik ten Hag, that if Rasmus Højlund don't work out, and this is a Erik ten Hag signing, clearly he wanted Rasmus Højlund in because he knew getting Harry Kane and Victor Osimhen was basically impossible. Even though I still think maybe we will still get another striker in before this transfer window slams shut, I still do believe in my mind that Harry Kane and Osimhen could still end up at Manchester United. That's not me sounding deluded. That is me sounding positive. That is now me. And he's only 20. I mean, a 20-year-old striker, this is something Manchester United have done. They've signed a player under 30 for the striking position, and he's only 20. I mean, if he can get the goals happening quickly, then Manchester United have got a goal scorer who is going to be worth 100, 150, 200 million pounds in the future if another club wants to buy him from Manchester United. But Rasmus Højlund is here to do a job. He knows what he's got to do. You know, he's got to hit the ground running. He knows the pressure's going to be on him. And I think the press and the media are going to be on him if it goes wrong. Of course it's going to be. Rasmus Højlund knows he's got to come into Manchester United and do something that we haven't really done in weeks and weeks and on end of we've not really had that consistency of putting the ball in the net when we needed to. But now we're doing it. And someone's put on Twitter here, 120 million budget was nonsense. United are not slick. We're familiar with their games. Exactly. All that financial fair play and all that crap about we've got to be careful has been complete bollocks from day one. It's been complete bollocks from day one. It's been crap from day one. It's been clear panic from I think Man United have used that tactic all along. They will get their players, but they will use financial fair play to get the players in. And they've used it quite well. And Alfredo Padula, who I follow, who's a blue tick, who's an Italian journalist, he's also put soon Moroccan flag with 2 eyes. Clearly, we're after a midfielder next. And I do believe after Højlund's done and signed, and once Fred and Donny are both gone, and obviously Kobe Manu now being injured, you're only really left with Casemiro, Eriksen, Fernandes, Mount, and maybe McTominay stays. But I do clearly believe after Rasmus Højlund and once Fred and Donny have gone, the interest in Sofyan Amrabat will happen very, very quickly once everything has been done. I don't think Sofyan Amrabat will end up at Bayern Munich. I think that is just rumours. I think the strongest team in for him is Manchester United. And I think he will be the next player in at Manchester United after Rasmus Højlund. And I think it's going to happen. I honestly do believe this is going to happen once everything has been done with Højlund, because Man United are after another midfielder. The injury to Kobe Manu and the departure of Fred and McTominay will lead Manchester United to Sofyan Amrabat. And all those rumours that Jamie Jackson put out on Twitter last night that Sofyan Amrabat is going to cost over 50 million. That's bullshit as well. Don't believe that. We'll get him for about 30 because that's what Fiorentina want. And it's funny so far, our next 3 signings all being from Serie A. That's very interesting. That's a very, very interesting tactic for Manchester United, who have signed Onana from Inter Milan, Højlund from Atalanta, and potentially Sofyan Amrabat from Fiorentina. 3 players who all played Serie A football last season for their clubs in Italy. So it's interesting that Man United's transfer business seems to be escalating away from the Prem. I mean, let's have a look at Sofyan Amrabat's age, because I don't even know myself. Sofyan Amrabat is 26. I mean, he's still got potential left in him. I mean, Sofyan Amrabat would be better than Fred, would be better than McTominay. Potentially, if Donny's going, Sofyan Amrabat's going to be an upgrade. But I think having Rasmus Højlund in, and he's only 20, imagine what he can do in his 20s, when he's 24, 25. Imagine what his goal-scoring record is going to be like that then. Imagine what Rasmus Højlund is going to be like at Man United. I cannot wait to see him pull on that shirt, by the way. I think that is going to be a monumental day for everybody connected to Manchester United to see Rasmus Højlund finally in that United shirt. It feels just a monumental day for everyone, because it feels like now all that pressure and stress that Man United have had, it's just been huge, isn't it? It's been one of those things. It's just been a monumental day. And do you know what? Thank God he's a Man United player. Thank God we've got Rasmus Højlund in. I was worried where this week was heading, but when we do our transfer reaction tomorrow, when we do our weekly transfer window reaction for week 6 review, I still believe Manchester United do deserve some kind of criticism because of the way they have handled this whole week. I really, really do. And well, in the chat, if you can please tell all your friends or your family about this channel and get them to subscribe. If you know any other Manchester United fans, please get them to subscribe to the channel and to this community if you can for me. So try and, do as much as you can and get subscribers, get likes, get views, get shares. Basically, spread the word about this channel and get them to people to subscribe. I think it's been a good day. I think, it's been nice to end this weekend on this Saturday evening with a transfer regarding a player coming into Man United. And I think the next few weeks is going to be interesting about what happens now. Because Rasmus Højlund knows. I think Sancho's probably bricking it. I think Anthony Martial's mind's probably been made up. I think Palestri's going to look at this, and I think Ahmad's going to look at this, and they're going to be questioning how the hell they're going to get into this team now. I think Ahmad will probably get on loan. I would sell Palestri permanently to get some money in. I think Martial needs to go as well, and I think Sancho has to be out through the door next. I think United need to make money now. I think this week coming will be about the Højlund medical, the official announcement that he signed for the club. And then after that, it will be selling Donny van der Beek, selling Fred, and also maybe Dean Henderson, Eric Bailly, and then they get Sofian Amrabat in next. And hopefully, we might end this transfer window with 5, 6, 7 players. I don't know what's going to be next, but I think, the Rasmus Højlund deal has got huge potential written all over it. It's a big fee. I'm not going to beat around the bush. That 85 million euros is a lot of money. And Man United have kind of done well to negotiate it 5 million down. I mean, when Atalanta wanted a 70 million euro package, why have Manchester United offered 75 million euros with 10 million euros in add-ons? I don't quite get that when knowing Atalanta wanted a 70 million euro package. I don't get why we've gone and given them 85 million, because that's nearly 73 million pounds, which it's over that, to be fair. We are over the 73 million pound marker. We have paid 73 million for a 20-year-old striker when Manchester United only wanted to do a 60 million euro deal. Why didn't we just offer them 60 million euros with 10 million euros in add-ons to get this deal done, knowing Atalanta wanted 70? Unless PSG came back in with another bid and saying, look, we'll do this and we'll blow Man United out the water with wages, the transfer fee, we'll blow Man United out the water. We'll get Rasmus Højlund before Man United. And I think Man United have had to pay up. And thank God they're starting to kind of listen to me, because this is how I get business style on FIFA. You give the selling club what they want, you get the player and you want, and the manager's happy. I don't think Erik ten Hag's thrilled about the transfer window. I'm not going to beat round the bush about the whole thing. I think Erik ten Hag has been lucky to get 3 in, because, you look at the transfer window as a whole, it has to be Amrabat next. Fred, McTominay, Maguire, Donny van der Beek, Eric Bailly, Dean Henderson, all have to be gone this week. Jadon Sancho, maybe as well. Get Harry Kane, get a centre-back. Also, get Sofian Amrabat, backup goalkeeper, because I don't think Tom Heaton's the answer, and nor is Dean Henderson. Don't want either of those two playing for the club ever again. Tom Heaton is massively, massively overrated. I just think as a whole that, if you look at it, I want to read this tweet. I hope Man United start acting quick. I hope Man United start pushing on ahead about their next move. And we do have even more transfer news coming out of Man United. As expected, Manchester United now will shift their attention to Sofian Amrabat as a new midfielder after completing the signing of Rasmus Højlund, who was the main priority as the next incoming after Andre Onana. Fred and Donny van der Beek are edging closer to leaving. Ten Hag wants another all-rounder to bolster the midfield, and we really like Amrabat, seen as the right identity for his philosophy. We can expect negotiations to start soon with Fiorentina. The player already agreed personal terms and with United and wants the move. So clearly United are not just sat down after tonight thinking, oh, look what we've done. We've got Rasmus Højlund in. Look at us walking in like a boss. I think United are I think Man United are caving into the pressure the fans and supporters are putting on them, because the whole summer transfer window has just been, it's been a joke. I think we can all agree that, as a whole, the transfer window has been a joke. Soon as it opened, there was no clear plan, no clear direction, and Man United are basically now panicking, where they're splashing money left, right, and centre to get the players they wanted to get in the first place. And the only reason we've got Rasmus Højlund in today is because he's a boyhood Manchester United fan. His dad's a Manchester United fan, and both of them had the dream for Rasmus to play in a Man United shirt. And Erik ten Hag wanted the player. Atalanta wanted to do the deal with Man United. Manchester United wanted to do the deal with Atalanta. Rasmus Højlund wanted the move. He pushed for it, and so did Erik ten Hag. And that is what I love about this manager. He's getting what he wants. That's because Erik ten Hag is coming here, taking no shit, no bollocks, and no excuses from the board, the clueless owners that run this club, bone to the dry. We're not just sat there scapegoating now. But Erik ten Hag, we would not be here in this situation without him for what he's doing. And I'm excited Rasmus Højlund is going to be a Man United player. I mean, I can't take the smile off my face. This is going to be a huge signing for Man United's long-term vision, long-term future under this manager. This is a huge, huge day for the supporters, the fans, and it's great to have something on the weekend, because I was looking at it from today and I was looking at everything, all the news that we're already close to get the deal done. I did not expect to get the here we go today. I clearly expected either Sunday or Monday, but we've got the deal done. He's the new Man United striker. I probably think he'll take Anthony Martial or Mason Greenwood's number. I'm not quite sure what Rasmus Højlund's number will be, but yeah, we've got the here we go. Man United have agreed to deal with Atalanta to sign Rasmus Højlund. The next player in, our priority target after Onana was the striker. That's with Rasmus Højlund, and we finally got the deal done. Here we go. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Hit the like button, the share button. Please keep subscribing to the channel United Red Devils 20 on YouTube. Share the video. Hit the tweet button, the retweet button. Remember to always put the notification bell on to receive much more dedicated content coming right throughout the rest of this year in 2023 on United Red Devils 20 on YouTube. More Fortnite, Hogwarts Legacy, Kingdom Hearts 4, FIFA 23, EA Sports FC, F1, Rocket League, and much more brand stuff planned for the rest of this year. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday evening. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. Massive shout out to everybody on this channel, on this community. Massive shout out to the live chat as well. Massive shout out to everyone on this Saturday evening. And what a great weekend to end on a whole that Man United on the Saturday evening have got the deal done for Rasmus Højlund, who is going to be a Manchester United player. This is huge. This is the next big striker. He's going to be world class. He's going to be phenomenal. Rasmus Højlund, welcome to Manchester United. Thanks for watching.